Hi everyone, I'm Taylor and welcome to my kitchen. This is my first official video for this channel and I am super excited to have each of you here with me. Today I am going to be talking a little bit about Zaycon meats. I have my first ever order coming in a couple days. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that, and I am going to be preparing a marinade, a delicious marinade for this chicken to be used for months ahead. Summer's coming, grilling season is coming, and so this is going to be perfect to have in the freezer to pull out in a couple months from now. So grab something warm, pull up a chair, and join me as I talk a little bit and cook. Gathered all of the ingredients that we need for this dressing. This is a Greek dressing that is fabulous just on a salad with some tomatoes and feta and everything. But I tried this with some chicken a while back and it was just so good. So this is from allrecipes.com and it's called Absolutely Fabulous Greek House Dressing. And it really is delicious. So I have, like I said, 40 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast coming in 2 days. And so I decided to go ahead and get this dressing made up and get it in the fridge and kind of get those flavors all, marrying together, as they say, so that it's all ready to go. And all I need to do on Thursday when it comes is cut the chicken up into some more appropriate pieces. I've heard they're really big breasts. So I'm going to cut them up a bit, throw them in some freezer bags with the dressing and throw them in the freezer, and it's going to be easy peasy. So I'm going to link this recipe down in the description. One thing that you need to be aware of though is that as it's written, it's for like a huge amount of dressing, like at least a couple quarts of it. It's a lot. So make sure to adjust it to how much you want it to be. And so I have adjusted this recipe to use pretty much 2 full bottles of red wine vinegar. So I need quite a bit. I'm probably going to use about at least 20 pounds of these chicken breasts that I'm getting with this marinade. So I'm gonna make quite a bit today. So as I am making this dressing, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Zaycon. But first of all, let me tell you what we need. Okay, we have olive oil. We need 2 1/4 cups of a good olive oil. I'm going to use 2 full bottles of red wine vinegar. This will give me about 3 cups. Okay. We need 2 tablespoons each of oregano and dried basil. We need 1.5 tablespoons of freshly ground pepper or pepper from a canister of any kind. We also need 1 tablespoon and about 1.5 teaspoons of salt, pepper, and onion powder. Okay. So I'm going to get this moving and shaking, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Zaycon. So, I've heard quite a bit about Zaycon meats, and I really hadn't thought about ordering from them at all until recently because they had an amazing sale, and it was for their boneless, skinless chicken breasts were going to be only 99 cents a pound. So it's like, and you order things in bulk, okay? So you pretty much get like 40 pounds of chicken breasts. That's the increments that they go in, okay? So it's like, this is great for large families like ours, okay? Because I have 6 kids, so we go through a lot of food. And so this is good if you're wanting large quantities, and if you're into freezer cooking, batch cooking. This is a great option for you to get, quality meat at a lower price. So when they had this 99-cent sale, I was like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna try this out. Okay, so we have, this is a smaller measuring cup. I broke my bigger one and I have not replaced it yet. So we're doing this in 1 cup sections here. So I went to their website, registered for an account, and you look to see, they have drop-off sites. Okay, so our drop-off site closest to us is actually at our church. So that's where I'm going to be going, 5 minutes from here. On Thursday morning, I'm going to go pick up the meat. They just pretty much bring it all on a truck from what I understand, and they just load it into the back of your car. You take it home and it's fresh, it's not frozen, and so you have to divvy it out how you want. So you kind of have to have a plan. And the great thing about it is that when you buy it on their website, it's usually for a month or 2 out. So you have time to figure out what you're going to do with this meat. So it's not like 2 days and you're like, oh, what do I do with all this stuff? Okay, so that's the great thing. All right, so we have 2 1/4 cups of olive oil. I'm going to go ahead and dump all of my red wine vinegar. So this is about 3 cups. I'm going to have to pry this little thing off. That was easy. Okay, so I'm really excited to try it. I've heard the meat is good quality, and I've heard lots of good things. And I heard too, if you ever have any issues, the customer service is great. So you're actually going to ride along with me on Thursday, and we are going to, you're going to experience it with me. Oh, here's one of my littles. Say hi. He woke up from his nap. So we got the olive oil and the red wine vinegar. There it goes. In here already. So now I'm going to be adding the spices. How are you doing, buddy? You doing good? Okay. Oh, you want to help me? Okay, I'm going to get a helper up here. He's going to be my official helper today. All right, let me go grab a stool for you. All right, this is Isaiah, and this is my number 5. Can you say hi? Hi. Okay, so I'm going to measure things out, and you're going to help Mommy put them into here, okay? All right. You feeling kind of awake or kind of tired? Okay, so we need 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. Okay, here's 1 tablespoon. You want to put that in? Good job. Okay, 1 more. Fill up the whole spoon. There we go. Okay. You don't want to skimp on these spices because as the chicken marinades, it's just going to get so much flavor. So I highly recommend keep to the full amount of all the spices and the full amount of vinegar.
What are we making?
We're making Greek marinade because we're going to, you know how Mommy makes that Greek chicken? Daddy grills it. Remember that? It's good. So we're making the marinade for it. Okay. Next is the 2 tablespoons of oregano and the 2 tablespoons of basil. Are you ready to put this in? Okay. 1. And let's get the other one. 2. Very good. Okay. And oregano. Ready for another? 1. Good. And 2. Excellent. All right. Boy, he is a good helper, aren't you? Are you all done? Okay. So we have the oregano, the basil, the garlic powder, the red wine vinegar, the olive oil in here. And the last things that we're going to add is the salt and pepper and the onion powder. Okay. So, oh, and we need our mustard too. So we're going to, this calls for these last 3 things, the salt, the onion powder, and the pepper. It calls for 1 tablespoon plus 1.5 teaspoons. So I am going to just kind of do a heaping tablespoon instead of getting to the nitty gritty there. I think it'll be just fine. Okay, so onion powder, salt, and also do not skimp on the salt on this. Important. Oh, don't want that. I just tasted a bunch of onion powder there. All right, we need a little bit more. more pepper. I'm gonna freshly grind it. You wanna hold the bowl while I freshly grind? This is fun, isn't it? You're gonna sneeze. Woo! It's gonna make me sneeze. Okay, let's try that. I think that'll probably be enough. Let's bring it back here. Or you gonna put it in? All right, we're good. We're good. All right, excellent. And then the last thing that this calls for is actually Dijon mustard, but I realized that I didn't have any, so we are going to substitute stone ground. So whatever you have, whatever kind of mustard you like, should be just fine in here, as long as it's not too weird of a kind, you know. Some mustards have lots of weird stuff mixed in, but a good basic mustard. Okay, you want to hold the spoon? Okay, so again, heaping tablespoon. Just two. Okay. All right, awesome. Move this stuff out of the way. We're gonna cap. I have a cap for this. You wanna help me with this? We're gonna shake it. You wanna shake it? Yeah, okay. Put the lid on real tight. We're just gonna swirl. You want to shake it around? Yeah, that's awesome. You're doing so good. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake the dressing. Shake the dressing. Right? Okay. You want mommy to have a turn now shaking? Okay. So get it mixed real good. Especially that mustard, it's kind of clumpy.
Yep. That mustard just
The mustard what?
the mustard's spinning.
Yeah, it's spinning around, isn't it?
And he's like a tomato.
Kind of does look like it's red like a tomato because of the vinegar.
And it's white next to mustard.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just stick this in the fridge, and in a couple days I will pull it out and we'll put it on some chicken. Awesome. Can you give me 5 for your help? Good job. One thing is with this chicken marinade, I usually let it sit on the chicken refrigerated for about 24 hours to really get the flavors to sink in. And whenever we grill it, I usually serve it with some steamed rice and top it with a cucumber yogurt dill sauce and some vegetables and fruit. So I hope that you have enjoyed this time with me in the kitchen and with Isaiah too. And please let me know in the comments if you try this marinade, what you think of it. And I would love to also know what you like to fix for summer meals, and perhaps any other marinades that you've tried on meat that you think are just totally delicious that I should try too. So thank you for joining me at my table today. I hope you have enjoyed it. Until later, bye.